Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I hope that you enjoy this video. Today we are going to be making two different things. We're going to be making dinner, which is going to be salmon and rice, and then we're going to make a copycat recipe from Crumbl's almond sugar cookies. So we're basically going to make sugar cookies with an almond frosting. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's just jump right into it because I don't have that long to make dinner. So I'm not partnered with Notion at all, but I just wanted to show you guys how I catalog my recipes using Notion. I have a lot of recipes, and what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste it off the internet, and then when it's time to look for it, I'll just go dessert, and then I'll look for which one that I'm gonna do today, which is Crumbl's chilled sugar cookie, and it'll have how many ingredients it has: few, mini, medium, dessert, and food type. There's a lot of different food types. So yeah, and then I'll have the ingredients listed and the directions. So let's get right into it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 400 because I'm gonna be baking the salmon at 400 in there. So let's go ahead and do that first. Next, I'm gonna lay my salmon out. We get pre-seasoned salmon. Is that cheating? I'm not sure. So this is less of a recipe video and more like a cook with me video, but those are always fun, right? You guys like to crochet with me. I really appreciate all the lovely comments. I love reading them. I love replying to them. It makes me feel so good to just know that people are actually enjoying and consuming the content that I'm putting out. So thank you so much, and thank you for, is it 49 subscribers? That's insane. That is so crazy. So thank you so much for that, and I can't wait to see where this journey heads and where it can go, and I'm so glad that we're building such a nice little community here. So I just lined a baking sheet or cookie sheet with aluminum foil, and while that's going, let's start on the cookie dough while we leave the salmon here until the oven's preheated. Alright, so one important thing when you're cooking, especially a lot of things, is you're going to want to clean up as you go because you're not going to want to clean it all up at the end. Okay, so I'm just going to mix my cookie dough right in this big thing, which is just a mega measuring cup thing for like really big amounts of water, but I'm using it as my bowl because I can't be bothered to look for my bowl. So it wants us to cream together the butter and sugar for the cookies. I don't know why I lose my mind like this and I'm not able to say anything. So I've had this butter sitting on the counter, but not for too long, so I'm probably gonna have to soften it and sheet and use the microwave a little bit. I just got sweet cream butter. It calls for salted butter, 1 cup of salted butter. And I just got the sweet cream butter because it was the most affordable at the store and was still what I needed. About two exact sticks is 1 cup of butter, which is that seems excessive, but we are making a lot of cookies, so it'll be fun. We also need 1 cup of granulated sugar. So I really didn't think. I'm here at my mother's house and I'm cooking in her kitchen. I really didn't think she had sugar and she didn't, so it was good that I got it. So I bought pretty much everything fresh for this recipe. I don't like how there's already sugar coming out when I don't even open the bag fully. Does anyone have that issue? I've never had that issue until just now. But anyways, we just need a cup of sugar, which is honestly a lot, but we are making sugar cookies, so it's to be expected. You want to try to be as exact as possible. I know some people just have fun when they're baking, and it's not always about that, but I feel like since I'm following a recipe and I'm basically going to be reviewing it, I really don't want to stray from the recipe. By the way, this recipe for the Crumbl cookies is by Cooking with Carly. Carly is spelled K-A-R-L-I, cookingwithcarly.com. So make sure to look over at her website if you're looking for cookie recipes. I think she does a lot of Crumbl cookie copycat recipes. Will I get in trouble for posting this on Crumbl cookie? Don't come after me. It's still not enough sugar. This seems so excessive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never needed this amount of sugar. Anyways, I'm not a health nut or anything. I really try my best to be as healthy as possible when I can. And when I can't, that all goes out the window. Alright, so that literally worked. There was a soften/melt setting on the microwave that I didn't know about, and that worked really well. So now I am going to cream together 1 cup of salted butter. Put that down somewhere. So that butter really softened very quickly, which I'm glad. So I know it'll cream well now. Now, the recipe did not say to use softened butter, but if you know anything about creaming, we're gonna cook that for 12 to 14 minutes, but we're gonna start with 12 because it is at such a high temperature, you don't wanna burn the salmon, trust me. Okay, as I was saying, it doesn't say use softened butter, but if you know anything about creaming anything, the harder it is, of course, the harder it's going to be to combine these things. So I went ahead and softened it. You don't want it completely melted, of course, so that's going to ruin it, but let's get that in there. I'm going to be honest, it wasn't very budget friendly to buy all these ingredients for one dessert, but let's say you already have the sugar at home, the water at home, and whatnot, then maybe this would be a cost-effective recipe, I guess. Anyways, let's just add a little bit of sugar at a time. It doesn't say to do that, but I'm just going with my instincts here, my cooking instincts here, and saying that it's going to be miserable to try to cream that all together all at once. So I'm just gonna do little bits at a time so I don't overwhelm myself. I hope everybody's having a great day out there. It's been a beautiful sunny day, maybe too hot. I'm currently in Alabama. I know I was in Georgia earlier, so I know it is hot all around in the South right now. So if you live in the South too, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, but we have sunny days. If you like to tan or take walks or garden, like this is gonna be a good time to do so. Oh gosh. I'm gonna need a second utensil, and don't judge, I'm just gonna use this plastic one because I don't feel like cleaning a dish when I don't have to. Okay, it's getting thick and hard to manage already, which is why I'm glad I've done it in sections. That's what I would probably recommend if you're following along at home. If you're not cooking the same thing, you're just cooking in general, or you're crocheting, or doing whatever, then hopefully I can inspire you to bake, cook, whatever. Hopefully I can just make you smile from watching the video. Okay, it's definitely becoming more manageable. Gee, it's very thick. I've never made sugar cookies from scratch. I have made sugar cookie from mix, and as a child, I made sugar cookies in my Easy Bake oven. So I am a veteran of baking, if you ask me. I've seen them be made from scratch. I know that an egregious amount of sugar goes into sugar cookies because that is why they're called sugar cookies. But I'm not even gonna lie, I think sugar cookies are my favorite, next to white chip macadamia. A cookie that I haven't made that I really want to try, I have the recipe for. If you guys would be interested in me making this recipe, let me know down in the comments. Is a chai cookie. That sounds really good. Like a chai cookie with a frosting on top though, because like I feel like it'd be just a tad bit boring with just chai. Maybe I need like a vanilla chai. Oh, that sounds so good, a vanilla chai cookie. But if you guys would be interested in seeing me make that, please let me know down in the comments. If you have any recipe suggestions, don't forget crochet suggestions, or any content suggestions in general, then never feel shy to leave them down in the comments. I always read the comments. Wow, that is just sugary butter, and I don't know why I expected different. Okay, it's supposed to be light and fluffy, so I'm gonna make sure I've creamed it enough because I don't want to undermix. I'll bring you guys closer so that you can see inside the bowl. So as you can see, it's pretty incorporated. I just want to make sure that it's to my satisfaction and my idea of light and fluffy before I move on, because I want to make sure I follow this recipe correctly. It is very light compared to the color that it started off as. I'm using a silicone whisk because these are honestly so nice. If you have things stuck, you can literally just like push this open, if that makes sense. Like you just go like that and it'll fall right out. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with this being light and fluffy. And move on. It says scrape the sides and then add in 2 eggs. It actually says add in the eggs, vanilla extract, and almond extract, and beat until mixed. I have some Lake Pride large eggs. I'm just gonna add 2. And you may be wondering, why aren't you using your chicken's eggs? I'm staying with my mom right now, so I am using grocery store eggs. Very satisfying. I will say it is, like, for this to be a large egg in a grocery store term, this is just how, if you raise your own chickens, this is kind of small, to be honest. So I probably won't be spending the $1 on eggs again and just running back to the Homestead to get some, but I couldn't really do that today. I was in a rush. Let's mix in the eggs first. I know it says to mix in the extract as well at the same time, but I definitely just want to do it separate. My own mind, I guess. I don't know. Wow, that is just crazy. Baking and cooking in general is a science. Gastronomy is what they call it. Gastronomical science. Right now, I've basically made this emulsification. But yeah, I just love baking. It's also scientific. It's like, how does it do this from what I just did? Anyways, so let's add the exact amount of vanilla and almond extract we'll need. Non-GMO vanilla extract, like I really hope so. I would really hope that the all-natural pure vanilla extract would be non-GMO. Like I feel like that's just weird to put that on there. Okay, that's enough right there. All right, so if you know anything about using extracts, you know they're super flavorful and powerful. You don't want to overdo it. So now we're gonna add almond extract. I've heard almond extract just as strong. I've never used it personally. I'm excited to sniff it. Is that strange? I don't know. I'm gonna zoom y'all back out. So we only need half a teaspoon of this almond extract. Woo, that poured out very quickly. There we go. Oh wow, oh wow, that smells amazing. Like, oh wow, it smells strangely like an orange creamsicle. And please don't call me crazy. I don't know why the almond extract smells like an orange creamsicle, but it smells like a dream. Wow, I need to take it. Wow, that smells so good. Because vanilla extract to me does not smell that great. It smells vanilla-y, but also smells like alcohol. And so, but that smells like an orange dreamsicle or something, I don't know. So getting that combined up, and then let's see what's next. To scrape the sides and add in our flour and baking powder. So I bought some all-purpose flour, and let's see how many cups it calls for. 3 cups all-purpose flour. I really wish I had a sifter. We might. So let's go ahead and check one of these salmons. I mean, wow, that is really flaky, but yeah, it's flaking apart really nicely, so that is done. I'm glad I didn't overcook it. I was honestly a little worried that maybe I'd overdo it, because I know that people do salmon at 400 for 10 minutes. And I feel like 10 minutes is a short cook time for any protein. So yeah. I will be back once I've sifted in all of this butter. I do not have a KitchenAid, but I've never felt like I was missing out because of it, if that makes sense. Never felt like I needed one. So I've done my best to incorporate all of that flour. It took literally ages, and I used the sifter and everything, and it still took ages, but it's okay. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This is double acting, but I don't know if that matters. If that messes up my recipe, I would be literally distraught about it, trust me. Let's just try to fold it in. Wow. It's a very thick dough. It smells absolutely amazing, like the vanilla and almond, so it's exciting. It's taken on that completely. So like I said, extract is so powerful. So powerful. Just trust me. All right, maybe I should have been doing it this way the whole time with this little spatula instead of, no, the whisk was necessary, but doing it lastly with this is really, really nice to make sure everything got well combined. And I'm scraping down the sides of the bowl and everything, making sure everything's included. Now, I'm sure you don't have to be this thorough if you're just making these cookies for fun, but like I said, since I am uploading this video, I really don't want to make the cookies wrong and then not like them, and then the poor lady who made the recipe doesn't have people go check it out because I made it wrong. So I'm doing my best to be a perfectionist with this, and that's why it's taking me so long. Mr. C is like, are you done mixing the cookies? No, I am not Lexi are volunteering tomorrow at a local high school in Georgia, Columbus High School. If you guys know it, then what's up? So I'm done trying to be absolutely perfect about it. And I say that as I pick up my spatula and start getting all the tiny bits. Now, this is just so that I don't waste. This has nothing to do with perfecting the recipe. I just see all of that and I'm like, I don't really feel like washing all of this down the drain. Try to get as much as possible before I wash it. There we go. See? It really makes a difference. I try my best to not create food waste because food waste is a huge issue in the world. And too many people are hungry for food to go to waste. So that's why even little things like this, I try my best to get every little bit. It's been a hard mental health week for me. If anybody else relates to that, I'm sorry. You're not alone. I'm here for you. And we'll all get through this together. We'll all be fine. I've been praying about it, reading my Bible. If that's something that you guys enjoy doing when you're upset, then you understand. If you enjoy reading your Bible at all, then you understand. If you don't, then maybe you don't. But yeah, I've just been relying on my faith to get through hard times. And Mr. C's been a great help as well. Okay. There's so much little bits, and now I am just being a perfectionist about it because this really is not what you would consider food waste, in my opinion, compared to how much was on there in the beginning. But now it's more so of, I can't leave that if I left that, and I'm kind of trapping myself in a little loop. Okay, let's just be quick. How good am I trying if I just keep on going back for more? I can't help myself. Okay, so 11 minutes of extra mixing and getting every little bit of thing off that I could. I'm gonna wash these utensils now. All right, now let's prepare our cookie sheet by just getting a cookie sheet and putting aluminum foil on it. We're gonna scoop out balls and put them all on. Then we are going to make our icing, which is gonna be the easiest part. Okay, so that's kind of crazy that, okay, she only says 1/4 cup scoop. For a second, I thought it said 3/4 cup scoop of dough into one cookie, which I was like, that's insane. I feel like it should be 1/4 cup, but it literally is 1/4 cup. So that's the best thing to ever happen to me. I'm gonna rinse this out really quick. And what I'm gonna do is spray the inside of this with cooking spray so it comes out of this just a teeny bit easier when it's time. put flour on my hands a little bit or that mess it up because, yeah, it doesn't say to do that, so I'm not going to. It says to roll it into a ball and to do this with the remaining dough, like make them all this size. This is a huge size cookie, which I guess Crumbl cookies, if you're making a copycat of that, then yeah, they're gonna be huge. So she says as a tip that she tends to only put 6 cookies per pan. The only reason I'm doing this right now, like cooking them all, is because I don't want it to stick to my hands. She says the cookies will spread, so be sure to leave room. Okay. Just trying to roll it into a ball again as best as possible. But now it's getting sticky, so let's be quick. I want you guys to be able to see, but alright. I feel like mine's gonna be able to fit even less than 6. Let's move you guys closer. Alright. But yeah, I definitely recommend the cooking spray hack, where you just let it get the inside of it so it'll come out a lot easier. It says to roll them into balls, but I don't really see the point if you're gonna measure out a cookie and then literally flatten it out on top of that after you've measured it out, then what is the point of rolling it into a ball? Does anybody else feel that? Alright, so this is literally just 3 cookies on this thing. And I feel like they're jumbo. Do those not look like jumbo biscuits? Like, I'm scared that they'll expand too big, as it says, you know, like that the cookies will spread, so make sure to leave room. I tend to only put 6 cookies per pan. I don't have a picture of her pan, so these are big. Like, wow. These are gonna go in at 350 for 9 to 11 minutes, or it says until the centers of the cookies have puffed up and are no longer glossy. So let's see how that goes. We're just gonna go for 10 minutes. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Try to be a little more deliberate about placing them, I guess. I wonder how many servings this is supposed to make. I did not look at that, which is kind of silly, I guess. I need to throw that away, and I don't have a tissue, which is it's okay. We're gonna try to fit 4 on this one. So this is what the cookies look like fresh out of the oven, which are huge and gigantic. We're gonna put those other 4 in. I would say, for my personal oven, at 350, they needed the full 11 minutes. I'm gonna let these cool, it says. It says allow them to cool on the cookie sheet, but since I need the cookie sheet to make more cookies, what we're gonna do is try and get these off. I didn't want the last two to be just as gigantic, but it's okay. I don't care because I'm not about to split these into fourths. Everything. I do have a little bit of excess cookie dough, which bothers me. Like the amount of excess, because it seems like a good amount right there. So let's go ahead and while we wait for the last cookies to be done, I will be back. All right, so let's put together the sweet almond icing. You will need 1/2 cup of salted butter softened. This one actually calls for it softened. The first recipe for the actual cookie dough didn't call for it softened, but I did that anyways. So 1 stick of butter is 1/2 cup. It's calling for 3 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon almond extract. Does it say? I mean, it kind of just says combine all these ingredients, right? Cream the butter until smooth. Okay, so never mind. So I'm gonna get my whisk back out. So that's going to be easier to cream something with a whisk, of course. I think it is actually pretty smooth. So this is slowly adding the powdered sugar, almond extract, and milk until smooth and creamy. So first thing I'm going to do is add in the almond extract to kind of help this be a little more wet. We only need 1 teaspoon. I still am obsessed with the smell of it. I've never smelled something like this. It just doesn't smell like an almond to me. 1 teaspoon. Alright, so let's mix the butter, the extract. Now let's add, I'd say, 1/2 cup at a time. It says 3 cups of powdered sugar, which is kind of insane again to me, but oh well. So that looks about 1/2 cup. That took way too long to get 1/2 cup of sugar. Just add it in, and then at the same time, I really like the way that butter and sugar react to make a thicker concoction. It's like it's not even butter anymore. Okay, so I'm really sad because I don't have milk. I thought we had 3 different cartons of milk, and this might, I don't understand. Just add a tablespoon of water. I don't know if this will hurt my icing, but I can only try. Tablespoon of water. So that makes 1 cup of sugar. And we need to get to 3 cups. So 2 more cups. One cup and a half down. Cup 2. This is a very thick icing, which is why I understand now you would need 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. So I'm just gonna add in 1 more tablespoon of water. That's probably a tablespoon and a half. So that's all the water I'll be adding. 2.5, or did we do 2 cups? I'm just gonna go in with a half. I think we did 2. So I'm just gonna go like this and eyeball it. Like, I'm gonna taste it, of course, but I don't think we need much more sugar than that because I don't want the frosting too thick. Okay, now let's give this a little taste. Yeah, it's good. Super duper sweet. I can tell that a little milk probably would go a long way. I'm not even gonna add any more water. Just gonna add another half teaspoon to get to that full 3 teaspoons. You don't really pick up much almond. And I put no vanilla extract in here, and almond extract to me almost tastes more like vanilla than vanilla extract. These have to actually completely chill before you serve them. So you can put as much icing as you please, I'm sure, but I want it opaque and for you to not be able to see the cookie underneath it. So I'm putting a pretty thick layer, just like how Crumbl does it. Okay, these look literally so beautiful and whimsical and just, I'm impressed with myself for making them, to be honest. So let's move on to the next one. It says to serve these chilled. I'm gonna put them in the freezer so that the frosting will go in and harden up very quickly. Okay, so I literally just got this out of the freezer. It's hard, it's solidified, so that taste exactly like a Crumbl sugar cookie. Like, I'm not joking. This recipe, those are really, really good. You'd think they'd be too sweet, but it is really just perfect. I would even say that these cookies would do good with a pinch of salt in the mix, but it literally is not too sweet. It's really buttery, really delicious. Like, I am so proud that I made these cookies. Now, how am I gonna store them? I'm not sure yet. Oh my gosh, you can see my teeth through it, but yeah, I give these a 10 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much if you watched all the way to the end. That means so much to me. And I'll see you guys next video. Don't forget to comment down below any recipes or any other videos that you'd like to see me create. And bye.